Man, I told him there's only way I could describe it. He one of my favorite famous folk. That's what the people in the hood say.
Yeah.
Said is in the building. Said the entertainers in here.
Said in the house. That's all you gotta do to rap nowadays. Said in the house. Take on the rock.
Playing golf with Wiggy right like, everybody got that money like,
Hey. That's my noise right there.
Why?
What up,
What up, pimpin'?
I can't call it, man.
Man, you look like big face bills, bro.
Yeah, man,
like brand new printed money.
Oh, so I'm looking blue.
Man, it's good to see you, fam. I got to tell you, I'm proud of everything you do because, man, I've seen you forever, and you've been funny longer than you've been famous.
Yeah, that's dope, man. You know, and it's good. I don't take it for granted. I mean, I was hanging out with the guys the other day. We were all talking about how you stay relevant. It's like 30 years in the business, man, to stay.
Are you serious?
Still be out here, still, known. People know who you are. Because, it's about that Instagram, like, and being famous to the immediacy to the folks. But then, you go back, you like Coke and Pepsi and nacho cheese Doritos. It's like I've been around. I ain't the new hot flavor.
You know what's funny though? It's like you stay relevant and you bridge folks. Cause I know like when y'all did the Kings and you were talking about the old school music and the Deuce and the Quarter, you brought people in with that. But then you was like, but there's young ones and the young ones got to respect your game because you know them too.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
You come to here knowing the mumble rap cadence. You like, yo, the mumblers, I don't know what the hell y'all saying.
But I'm with them.
I'm with them.
I know all the Lils. Lil Uzi, Lil Durk, Lil Yachty. I know every Lil. All the Lils.
Now I gotta first say thank you because the Cedric the Entertainer brand helped me out. Because my man Davi here, he don't have regular birthday parties. He always got to have a theme.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he did the Great Gatsby, and I had to find me a hat.
Dig it.
I ain't know where to look for a hat because around here it's like they got slim options.
Yeah.
I was like, who the Cedric the Entertainer? I went to Levine's in St. Louis.
Yeah, man.
And they sent me the hat.
Yeah.
And I got my pimp game on because of you. That's the only way I could find a hat to fit my head.
It came in there smooth.
Came in there smooth. Oh, boy, I was casket fresh.
Everybody look at that.
Yeah. I was like, when I see Sid, I got to tell him I thank him for what he did for me.
Yeah.
And I also got to talk about this new show you got, bro.
Yeah, man.
The Neighborhood on CBS.
On CBS Monday nights,
man. This is like, first of all, they giving you a brick of money, ain't they?
CBS
money is good.
I said, really? No wonder them letters are so small. They put the money on the other end.
Plus, they ain't paying less no more. So
right.
They got money.
Cool.
Now this is funny. If some of them haven't seen it, give them the like they say the spiel, the synopsis of the show, because I've seen it and I know what I think about it. But how would you want to describe it to people who haven't seen it yet?
Yeah, I would describe it as a modern day All in the Family. But basically, this is I play a black. A patriarch of a dude in an all-black neighborhood that's been historically black, and then it's starting to be gentrified. So a white family moves in next door.
Yeah, he want to be your friend.
No, and he just, he's just a good dude. Like in his mind, he just think that there's nothing to it. And so I'm trying to, I'm kind of resistant to that fact. And so you see my character had to grow to understand that, we should be all together. It's all fine, but it's different when it's coming to your neighborhood.
Right.
So basically, and then, just that's what the show is about. It's about, can we get along if we learn to know each other, basically.
Now, is it? I wanted to ask you because I know shows like yours. I mean, because I'm a big fan of it. I've seen him throw the party you didn't go to. You pay for the bar tab with the Discover card or whatever. It's $50 limit. But is the shows like that and Blackish? Is it a responsibility when you do a show like that to be more than funny because you got messages in it?
Yeah,
and it seemed like when black folks get a show, they got to have a message in there too.
It's so
it's a lot on your shoulders.
Man, I mean, that's so real. Like, people don't understand that. Like, it really is not an opportunity just to be funny. Like, you do have to have, a degree of responsibility. I do. What I like about, like, Rail's show, Rail he does a lot of fun stuff, but he also, he'll put some messages in there about Chi-Town and, Chirac and all that. So that's the same thing. But I think that you do, as a, African-American artists, black comedians, we have to take that responsibility if we own TV to be responsible enough to at least say something.
Right.
And then try to do the funny from there. But,
that's a lot of weight, though.
It's a lot, man. Because you just want to tell a joke.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody like, shit, but what you saying, though?
Right,
Because soon as you, like, doing a funny show, then all of a sudden, here come all the serious people like, brother, let me talk to you.
You don't want that.
Well, brother, let me sit down and
time and place.
Let me tell you what you need to do in this situation.
Your responsibility.
Let me tell you why Martin Luther King. Elder Watson did.
Medgar Evers ain't tell no jokes.
Oh, man, he wasn't funny. You think that was funny? Wait a minute.
You think the 60s was funny?
Hey, man, hold on, dog. We ain't in the 60s right now.
Ced, what do you look for when, like, you're deciding whether or not you're going to, like, take a role? When you read the script, how's that thought process
the main thing is can you play a character that you think that you can deliver each, but be it a movie or a TV show, is something that you feel like you can find the heart in it and the truth in it. You know what I'm saying? So the opportunity to both be yourself, your best self as an actor, if it's, all comedic role, then you go like, do I see the jokes in this? Do I see the opportunity for this character to be funny? And then also to be human. And so that's one of the key things I look, because I feel like, in order to play a character, it's better to make them a whole person. And so the funny gonna work better when you can believe the heart. Like, if you believe I'm really going through something, when I do flip it to a joke, it feel realer to you than like if me just telling you jokes back to back.
Have you ever turned down a role that in retrospect you wish you would have taken?
Not necessarily. Let me think about it.
I got 40 movies over here on your credit. I don't think he's turned down anything.
I've turned down a few, but I think, but the ones that I didn't feel like, probably the biggest one that I can think of, and it was, I don't feel bad about it because I did Barbershop, but was Like Mike. Like, I got offered Like Mike, but I didn't do it, and it was more money. But I did Barbershop because I thought that was a better role.
Yeah.
So that was the kind of situation where it was one where you go like, well, I could have took all that cash and took the bag, but I did something I thought was smarter and better for my career, and then it worked out that way. So
now you are rolling with a group of comedians that because you went out, the Kings are the king.
Yeah, man.
That's the cornerstone of comedy. So you always get a double salute for that, and how I told you I'm from Gary, so Bernie Mac, bruh. That we 2 gunshots away from Shy. So,
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got
literally.
love for Mac. Literally 2 gunshots. So I love what the Kings did, but there's some diversity here because, Eddie's gritty. You know what I'm saying? DL.
Is that the word we use?
We grit. I call Eddie gritty.
Okay, so
gritty.
Gritty is what we're going with. All right.
We're explaining it to the folks. Now, some people out there hearing Eddie Griffin, they know exactly who Eddie is.
Yeah, look at the church folks. They going to come over there like, you should have said something other than gritty. Because I can handle gritty, but this is...
You got George Lopez, who is hilarious, and he's bringing that diversity too. He's been funny forever. And DL, who is, I think DL is probably one of the funniest storytellers that I've ever heard, and along with, you guys, who in that crew do you think makes you laugh the hardest?
We all came together because of George. George had this idea to do a statue. It was a statue for Richard Pryor, who all of us honor and consider the greatest stand-up in his hometown of Peoria that wasn't finished.
Right.
And so we got together and did a tour to finish that statue so that they can put it up. Uh-huh. And then so George he's just one of those comics that bring us all together. So he make us laugh the most, man. Like, he just one of these dudes that constantly got stories, and he hang with so many different people too. Like George hang with us, and then you'll look over, he'll be with like Van Halen.
Oh, man.
I said I went in the dressing room one night and the Geico lizard was in there. I said, boy, you know everybody. You Geico lizard, hey man.
Ced is in the building. We're gonna take a break here. We're gonna come back because we got to ask him some more. Plus, we got to ask him about fashion because there's one thing that he know as a big guy, you got to respect his fashion game.
Yeah.
All right, and as one specific item that I have to ask him if he owns, because Mark wears them all the time, and you know what I'm gonna mention. Oh yeah, Mark,
I
Mark,
think I got him on now.
Yeah, exactly. So we gonna make sure that Ced know exactly how you get down on the other side of the breaks. Don't move. It's Wild 94.1. Ced the Entertainer in the building. We wilding out up in here. We got Ced in the building. He's doing an album too. Ced,
yeah. I'm coming in with the Barry White version. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you neighbors.
Man, Cedric the Entertainer in the building. The Comedy Get Down Tour is tomorrow. It is going on at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. You got Eddie Griffin, and I'm sure y'all are out Googling him real crazy because everybody's like, Gritty. DL Hughley. You also got George Lopez and Ced on stage. It is absolutely an incredible show. I mentioned fashion. Because you know to be suited, but when you dress down, you make sure you got the fresh suit on, like this one with the cap. I mean, you always put together.
Yeah.
Now our man here has an item that he wears all the time, and he got him on now. Stand up and show Ced what you wear. He is a fan of the jorts. Now
the jorts,
the jeans that you cut off.
Okay.
Why you looking at him like that? Why you looking at my dog?
You know
like
that they came back. They came back.
They came back. They did come back. They made a small comeback.
Now I got to ask you, in your whole haberdashery, do you have a pair of jorts?
I do not.
You do not.
I do not have any jorts. But I did, like my nephew that works for me, he like super fashion, so they came back shortly, but he did not commit to the jorts as well. So because he does fashion for real, so he was like, all right, it was a moment in time, maybe 2-3 summers ago.
Oh no!
Mark won't let it go.
He won't let it go.
I mean, sometimes people get their thing. Mark. I mean, people they have a style that works for them.
Okay.
And you just lock in.
And
you heard the Duval song. Live your best life.
That's what I'm doing.
Because it looks good on you.
That's it. You would be a jort.
I mean, I got a guy if you're interested.
Now, you know what?
Sure.
I'm thinking about it is I'm on the big boy side. I'm gonna be like they'll be Jude. They're gonna be super short. So
let me tell you, we had a jort day where all of us had to go home and make some.
Yeah.
And I'm a big dude too, and I'm telling you, I had to make sure the length was right. I ain't care about nothing else.
Because they got over the knee this year too. That was the other thing. The shorts, the dudes was wearing the shorts that was way over the knee.
Like capris.
Way too high.
It was a little
almost dookies.
Yeah, it was a little too much. Dookie. It was like, don't stop. Don't stop getting it.
All right, now let me see here now about your foursome that's on the stage. Who is best at cards? Y'all got to be playing. I know y'all got to play.
That's got to be Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin?
Really? Yeah. Kansas City. He kind of one of them dudes. He gonna play cards quite a bit. DL is pretty savvy. He is savvy.
Okay, we got gritty and savvy.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with that. So all of these are keywords for other things. Like, he a criminal.
Exactly. Watch your wallet round that savvy one right there.
Yeah, he's savvy.
Now, who's best at golf out of y'all?
George.
George, really?
Yeah, George plays the most, and he's got the smooth swing, so he plays the most, and he's like, he got the best swing. DL and actually got pretty good. I used to beat DL all the time, but now I got to admit. It can be a bit of a battle at times.
All right, now let's see. If you were gonna get away with a crime. And you had to have an accomplice out of your foursome on that stage. Who out of them three guys would you would you commit that crime with, knowing you ain't gonna get it in trouble? Ain't gonna get caught.
I'm gonna go with DL.
Yeah, savvy.
Yeah, savvy is gonna be good, right?
Savvy
there.
works.
George gonna be on Instagram somewhere. They just love George. He gonna get in trouble for his. Eddie just gonna start the crime. So that's probably how we did the crime in the first place.
It was his idea.
Yeah. So he with me anyway. So it's Eddie, then it's me, then I need DL. So I'll be like, well, what we gonna do?
Now, you music has always been a big part of what you do, man. And it's like, it's funny because when you did, I was telling him you had a variety show where they had dancers and flamenco, a chorus line and all that stuff. It's like the name The Entertainer came about because you do so much.
Yeah. Now, that's how it was, man. So, and that was one of my favorite shows. Said The Entertainer Presents, man.
Yeah,
that was fun. Yeah.
Now, but I mean, when you came into the game, though, did they tell you were doing too much? Because comics come in and just do one thing, but you are proficient in acting, comedy, music. Because, I mean, I told him one of my first jokes I heard you tell was the Luther Vandross joke, and it damn near got me in radio.
Oh, yeah.
A, B, C, D, E.
A, B, C, D.
Yeah, I'm telling you what.
F, G.
They say, boy, Luther's so good he can sing the alphabet and get your girl out the drawers. She's like, oh, he's saying T-U-V. Oh, God, dropped my drawers.
So that's where that little weight problem started, too. All the girls like, Luther, you want something out my lunchbox?
So now, I mean, did you ever want to do that? Because everybody in the Midwest wanted to sing at some point.
Definitely,
Did you want to sing?
That's actually how I started. Like, I used to be in little groups before I even knew I could do comedy. So it was like I thought I was a singer first. So I'd be in different groups. We did talent shows and all that. And then I mainly started doing comedy because somebody else was like, he was a comedian. He'd be like, yo, that's funny. Can I use that? He'd be borrowing stuff that I say. He was like, that's hilarious. Let me take that, man. I was like, oh. And then he told me how much money he was making. I was like, shh.
By State Farm. When you working like
I was at State Farm.
You was the original Jake at State Farm.
Khakis and everything. Jort khakis.
There you go.
Oh man, dog, Sad the Entertainer in the building with us right now. I got to tell you, dog, this is an honor, man.
Yeah, man.
This is an honor because it's just like I tell people, they're like, "Yo, do y'all come up with it?" I'm like, "No, you just sit and you can vibe with somebody."
Yeah.
And it's real. It's organic. That's why there's one comedian who used to come here all the time, and he became a good friend, and that's Patrice.
Oh, man, legend.
And he used to always come in here because he would do all those serious and kind of like those comedy shows. Yeah. He's like, yo, y'all are comic friendly here because of the vibe.
Yeah, it's true.
And I learned how to do that from him coming through on the circuit every year because I would just vibe with him and people would notice that. And it's like, I love this. Like, I could sit and do this all day with you. Did you ever want to do radio?
I did for a minute, man. Because I actually studied radio in college, and so I had a little radio show for a minute, and then, but it's the hours, man. Like, once you start doing comedy, I was like, I can't be there every day. And so you saying every morning? Let me pick a Friday or something.
Every other Friday.
Friday. I got my show every other Friday.
From 6 to 6:30.
Oh, man, I don't want to miss breakfast.
Man, all right, you are loved in the hood and Hollywood. What is the most ghetto spot you've been to on these tours? Like, what city would you say, whew? Like, I told you I'm from Gary. So, bruh.
Gary, man. Yeah, Gary, the first time I went to Gary, I didn't even know it was open. It's like you go to a town, it looks so bad that you're like, is this even open?
The whole city is closed.
The whole city is closed. You're like, it's okay, how you get in? It's a chain on the door of the whole city.
Is the alarm on?
Right. All the windows broke. But it definitely, it's a lot of love, though.
Y'all did the show in Gary?
No, this was back in the day.
Oh, okay,
like
I was about to say,
coming up.
because I know this tour ain't made
now
it
now
again.
they do Hammond.
Right, yeah, you go Merrillville.
Merrillville, it's very classy. Yeah, it's like, but I know, East Orange, New Jersey, boy, like coming
real?
up. But with this tour, probably one of the toughest places you got to go to perform in this tour is like the Bay, like Oakland. Like they don't mess around. Oakland's still Oakland.
Oakland.
But but the people love. But just make sure you got your jokes together. Now.
They boo different. They boo different.
Yeah, they boo like look, they mean this boo. like if I got to boo you, dog, like something else gonna happen. like what kind of threat is that? Like, listen, if I got to boo you, that means I got to beat you.
Right. you got San Jose close, so I know they got they got a big comedy scene out there too.
Yeah, we come soon.
Yeah, so people come through. Man, I just I know you got a lot going on this morning. I just wanted to make sure that we got you in. So how long do we got you?
Yeah, we just kicking it, man.
All right, because I'm
supposed to go golf with Winky.
Now let me tell you something. Winky Wright steals everybody who come to town and try and get them to gamble. So I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna have an intervention right now. Don't you go gambling with Winky.
I told you I can't, man. Winky gamble like he boxing now with Floyd Mayweather and them. I'm like, they wasn't making that kind of money back then, Winky. What are you gambling right now? I'm gonna bet you 10,000 on this putt. No, you won't. My daughter's still in school, man.
You got 2 kids, but you send other kids to school every year. You send somebody to school every year with your foundation.
Yeah, since '94, we've been doing we usually send about 10 kids to school each year. So
that's incredible,
man. My mother was a school teacher, and we grew up in a single parent, household, just my sister, myself, and so that became one of the things that I felt like changed my life. Was my mother was always on college campuses as a kid, studying and stuff. So I used to see the images of that and wanted to, aspire to do other things. So I just thought that was something that kids, if you don't have the opportunity to go to school, then let me see what I can do to make sure you can go.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
I love that. That's incredible. All right, well, we're gonna take a break here because we're going to have Ced participate in something that I guarantee you he's never done on a radio show.
Oh, yeah? What's
And
that?
we about to give away the Curvy Claws.
Oh.
Yeah, he don't even know what's coming. All right, hold on.
Shit.
Freak Show, Wild 94.1 Bay's Party Station. Ced in the building. He looking at us like, wait, y'all giving away what?
Curvy Claws. I like this. Curvy Claws.
We making sure we changing lives up in here. You do it on the stage. We do it with the surgeons.
That's nice. and so this surgeon is like,
he's popping.
I'm gonna come through. And, y'all pick somebody.
Yeah, we pick 4 people each time we do the contest, and 3 of them get breast augmentations. 1 of them decides to get a butt augmentation.
Oh,
I didn't do a butt enhancement.
So you can do that as well.
You can do that too. Oh, he does everything. Now,
okay.
But this is the stuff that we give.
I'm gonna offer my pre-surgery services where I just check everything.
And afterwards, because you massage afterwards.
Then I massage because you need a massage.
Yep.
Now we went to the plastic surgeon's birthday party, and he took everybody girl in the bathroom because they wanted a consult.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
He went. I mean, all of us.
A line
of women was in there. Like, can you look at how I'm laying? How they?
Like, dude, it's not a real doctor.
He just wearing scrubs.
Yeah, he got some scrubs on and been online.
Name tag.
All right, let's see. Let's get her on the phone here. Is this Tara?
This is Tara.
Tara, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Say hi to Cedric the Entertainer.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, good
Tara.
morning, Tara. What's up?
Good morning.
All right, I have this story here that you wrote. It says, Dear Curvy Claus, this Christmas, all I want is a new set of boobs. This year, I've really gained a new self-confidence that I've never had after losing 58 pounds and getting my body into shape. I want the only thing I'm missing, breasts that I've always desired. I'm a single mother at the age of 25. I work full time, go to school, and I also volunteer in my community as much as I can. But you wrote this just like you was talking to Santa. I've dreamed of a set of boobs for many years and have been hoping one day my hard work would pay off and bless me one day. Please, Dr. Adams at Wild 94.1, bless me with a new rack to go with my new body. Tara Williford, you are a recipient of new boobs.
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you guys so much.
You are now. How big you going? What you think?
I don't know.
Oh, go D. Go D.
Yeah. That sounds good.
That sounds good. That sounds real good with a capital D on the end of it.
You've been dreaming about it so long. Just do it.
Well, congratulations. They got all your information. They're going to call you up for your consult, and you are hooked up. Curvy Claws winner number 2 is in the building, and her name is Tara. All right, girl?
Yes, thank you guys so much.
All right, girl.
All right.
That's what's up. See, now you can say you done. You gave away.
I done my part, man. You did. I'm booed up. I'm booed up. I'm booed up. Booed up.
Hey, man, everybody out there, I want y'all to understand what's happening tomorrow, man. These gentlemen are going on stage to give you probably the best way to get abs, and that is to do these laugh crunches.
Yeah.
All right, just constant comedy. We don't get shows like this on this major level with these 4 brands of comedy that hit the stage. And I just got to tell you, I mean, for somebody who respects comedy, these dudes are the big guns in the comic game. And it's right here with this big shotgun sitting right across from me, Cedric the Entertainer.
Man, that's real talk, man. We like the Expendables of comedy. All action star comedies.
You need to do more action movies.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to tell him to let me do some action movies, man.
I think
can
you
jump
need to
across
do
a
that.
car hood.
You can, don't you do that.
That's why I've been slid whole left side.
They're like, can we get another stunt car? Said that Bo and Luke duped this one right here.
They're like, that was not you, said. I'm like, yeah, no, I do my own stunts. I'm the Tom Cruise of comedy.
When you see these new guys that's coming up, and I mean the young ones, they always trying to like build on what you built. Are they doing it right? Are they doing you a good service after the Def Jam growth that you guys have launched with?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of cats out there that's like really funny, still doing their thing, got unique brands, and it's starting to be. You know, at one time it was just so many comics. Like, you didn't know who was who. But now it's starting to be people that break out. Like, Gary Owens, they break out. Of course, Duval, everybody know Duval.
DC Young Fly.
DC Young Fly. Carlos Miller, that's one of my new favorites. Like, them dudes coming up right there. Ronnie Jordan.
Ronnie Jordan's good.
Yeah, all these guys is funny, man. Malik S. It's a lot of dudes that's coming up out the game. They funny and they unique, just hilarious. They coming up. They just creating their own lane. They gonna be fine, and in comedy gonna be in a good shape.
Now, is there end game when you at that? Because I know it's hard for you to think back to when you was broke or when you was new at it. But I mean, is there end game to get on a tour like you have, where they rolling around with comedians and they got that brand that strong, or is it a Hollywood jump? Like, what's the end game for that?
I mean, like in most cases, is to become a big brand. Where you can be like Kev Hart, like where you can do movies, you can produce other projects, you can do these things. That's the idea. What you try to do with your brand, how you go, and of course, if you can tour. And be in the business for 30 years consistently, that's great, because a lot of people get hot and they believe that heat is what's going to carry them through. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so, because it's always somebody next. So it's all about building something where your fan base love you. They're going to be there. They're going to constantly follow you. They down with you. Yeah. And so, and then try to diversify. Do some movies, do some TV. Host a game show, whatever. Try it, man. You know what I mean? Just try it.
And that's why I know people follow you, because we followed you through your variety show, your game shows, your TV, your movie, and now The Neighborhood on CBS, which is incredible. I want everybody who haven't seen it to make sure they go out and check out that show, because just the dichotomy of somebody moving back into the hood is a hilarious like jump off for them, and then you're doing a great job with it,
Thank you,
brother.
man.
You know,
Appreciate
much respect to the Lou, of course, and LA because you're now bougie rich man. So everybody go out there, make sure y'all support this show tomorrow at the Mid Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. These tickets are still available. Get at them. See Ced the Entertainer, Eddie Griffin, DL Hughley, and George Lopez, and you'll see them out there.
You got that name down because I was like trying to say the Mid Florida Credit Union Amphitheater, AME Tabernacle.
I mean, Church of God in Christ Amphitheater.
Episcopalian.
And they change it every like 6 months.
Every couple months.
They was trying to tell me to shout it out. They was like, shout out the place where you going to be. I said, man, I
have a seizure.
They going to think I'm speaking in tongues. I'm trying to say that, man.
Put your hands together. Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah, man.